Welcome to the very first Thorn Theater movie review. And just to catch you up really quickly, my name is Alex Thorn and I'm a rock and roll musician. And I've thought about doing movie reviews whenever I see a movie that I have a strong opinion on several times. But no more than this. Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I just got back from the movie theater to watch this. Now, mind you, like everybody else who is watching this movie or has purchased tickets to this movie in theaters, we are holding on to the greatness that was Jeepers Creepers Part 1 so many years ago. I can't even like get this out quick enough. But the new director, the original director who everybody has heat with for good reason, isn't involved in this Silva or something like that. There's a new guy who popped up on screen. And the moment he pops up on screen to thank you, the viewing audience who paid to watch this film, you know, I was like, wow, okay, this is a nice gesture. That's great. But then it keeps going and it keeps going. And it is one view of his entire body. Like he propped up a stand with a camera just to do this, and I was like 30 seconds in, I was like, it's only gonna be this one view, it's not changing, okay. And then a minute in, I was like, there's no editing, like he was rambling. And then about a minute and 30 seconds, and it came in 30-second increments, I said, that should have been the warning right there. The movie starts and it's telling the exact same, almost shot for shot story that the original Jeepers Creepers did. Instead of having two siblings, younger siblings, it's a man and his wife, then they're older. We then go from that scene to a cell phone that shows you what we just saw was like an Unsolved Mysteries YouTube video. Later on in the movie, there's a part where you see a newspaper that has missing 65 years ago the same exact couple that are actors from the opening sequence that is from Unsolved Mysteries YouTube show. How is it the same two people? Two different old people with missing 65 years ago? I get it. Like the real people, but they use the exact same two actors that were in the YouTube video. Okay, whatever. We go from to oh no. The creeper is born. He comes out. I guess this is the time of year, 23 years, whatever. He comes out in broad daylight, mind you. Crawling on the floor, looking like the Leprechaun, the WWE Films version of Leprechaun that came out 10 years ago. The moment that thing came out, I sunk into my seat like this. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. And I take a look at my buddy who came to watch the movie with me, and he's sitting there like this. They veer off and they go into this voodoo shop because the guy is like this. By the way, the lead male actor, he's terrible. He's so over the top. He's so corny. Nothing he's doing is believable. They go into this voodoo shop. And they come across the store owner. This woman has this, she's so out of place. She comes out. I expected this old woman, freaky old woman or freaky old man to come out, and this, sizable young woman that looks like she's in her early 30s, late 20s comes out. She's so out of place, and every line she delivers is so flat and terrible, and it's just like, so that, you got that. I can't stop laughing because it's so bad. And there's a creeper thing because the whole town is like taken to backing up this creeper mythology that they've had, which I can see that happening, okay. And then if you win this contest that you enter, you get to spend a night in the creeper house. It's like an escape room, but set in the creeper house. And you know where this is going right away once you hear that. And this guy's such a creeper fanatic, the lead character, that he's super, super excited about it. This is where the movie goes, uh-oh. Not from uh-oh to oh no to there's no saving this. This is terrible. We get to the a cemetery. I have to breathe for this because the cemetery, at this point, this movie goes from being a horror BC movie to being a complete independent YouTube fan film. And here's the deal. If this was on YouTube, that would be totally fine. If this was a college entrance movie that got shown in front of the college, that would be fine. This movie's in theaters. This is the point where I said, there's no way. They could not even get these people, these actors, in a real cemetery. They're in a CGI cemetery. They're clearly being filmed during the day or with extremely strong light for a cemetery in the pitch of night. This is where we get our first laugh of the theater. The creeper comes and picks up the main character's girlfriend, who, by the way, throughout the entire movie is definitely the best actress of the entire thing. She did a great job throughout the entire movie. But the thing is, the moment that creeper gets to her, the entire theater, which granted, we're talking about like 20 people in the theater, but like everybody there just said, oh, God. They just laughed. This is not a moment you were supposed to laugh at. This is a moment you were supposed to be like, oh, that came out of nowhere. Everybody laughed. We go from that terribly lit cemetery to an even more, remember, it's pitch black midnight. We go to inside the house. When I tell you this is the brightest midnight I've ever seen, there's light shining through every window of this house. And everybody is overly HDR lit in this movie. I mean, whatever happens between in this house, let me just tell you right now, it is laughably bad. And then we get so many shots of this new thin, horribly faced creeper. This is not the Creeper Reborn. This has to be the death of the franchise. If you've seen part 3 and you thought that was bad, this is like next level bad. It looks like a it looks like a mask. And he's so scrawny and skinny. But if you watch wrestling, Jon Moxley does this thing and the creeper walks like that, as well as having predator-like vision. And then he has terrible asthma. Amongst the plethora of new ideas that got introduced into this movie, now if the creeper eats a baby, it gets new life. And this girl's pregnant and he's trying to get that baby. So suddenly, at the drop of a hat, she becomes determined and I know how to kill him. Mind you, throughout this whole movie, she has no idea what the creeper is. She thinks it's some mythical thing that the boyfriend is obsessed with. And then suddenly, after being abducted by the creeper, she exactly knows how to kill him. And we jump, and I kid you not, we jump from her having confidence of how to kill him to an elaborate plan that is so horribly CGI. And I mean 2001, 2002 CGI. If this was a music video, fine. If this was a college film, fine. If this was a YouTube film, fan film, fine. It's not. This is in theaters. This was awful. I have never been to a movie where everybody in the movie theater got up laughing and angry and said the words trash, negative, the worst, and this was shit. Every single person. Never has happened to me in my 30 years of going to movies. So, if you have purchased tickets to Jeepers Creepers Reborn, I'm going to say this. Get your money back. This is not a movie to spend money on. Do not... I mean, how the investors saw this movie and said, okay, let it run in theaters. I don't know. But I have never seen anything this bad in a theater. So with that being said, I don't want to end everything negative. I do want to say what I think was positive about this movie. And the positive aspects of this movie were the daytime shots, which was essentially the entire movie, but the actual daytime shots looked good. And in every Jeepers Creepers movie, it's always out on the road, right? He's always chasing them. But we see him in front of this house. And I think the fact that we explored the house, not the execution of how they did it, but the fact that they took the idea of putting him in the house for a movie, I thought that was pretty good. What I thought was going to happen, and I mean this, is when there was this crew of people and how badly this creeper looked, and it was supposed to be on their internet, and then when they're inside the house, you know, there's so many lights coming in. I thought that at one point in the confrontation of the movie that the main actor was going to knock off this, what is obviously a terrible mask of the creeper, and find out that everything was part of the YouTube show, reality show that they were filming for that night. And then at that very moment, I thought that the real creeper was going to come in and kill the actor creeper. And now we were really going to like, oh, here we go. And everybody would cheer. That never happened. It was a joke of a movie the entire time. Look, right here on Thorn Theater Movie Reviews, we're going to rate things with bandanas because I'm always wearing a bandana. This movie gets 0 bandanas out of 5. I can't even explain it. I wish I could give it 2, 3, 1.5. I can't. 0 bandanas out of 5. So let me know if you watch the movie over the next 3 days that it's in theaters. Leave a comment down below on what you thought about it, but don't waste your money. Thank you for watching Thorn Theater Movie Reviews.